which culminate in the pronouncement of law. And Mr. Jhunjhunwala has been one of those solicitors on whom lot of not just career, the fame of arguing counsels depends. It was his work, it was his meticulous preparation of briefs, and not only that, it was his creation of an institution where scores and hundreds of young lawyers have been trained. They have got their day in the field of law. There has been no mentor quite like him in the legal profession from the point of view of raising the immaculate professionals. Mr. U.R. Lalit. If today, yesterday, anything is synonymous with criminal jurisprudence, you will find that in each significant judgment, Mr. Lalit's shadow lurks, either through the cases he himself argued or those cases when they have been quoted in successive judgments. His spirit pervades the criminal law jurisprudence in India. And as Mr. Nariman has said, an immaculate lawyer who knows the civil procedure and criminal procedure can only come from the portals of the lower courts. And today when we see the trend of young lawyers just graduating and coming to Supreme Court to intern and start their practice, they should look at him. Because the foundations of law start from there. Gopal Subramaniam, you know, you cut short this honor by decades. And you have a special place here. The reason is not merely your professional achievements. The reason is that you are a person who can create institutions, looking beyond your individual self. And that is why we say that as we celebrate the richness of the bar, we are dismayed by the poverty elsewhere. And what I read from Leonard Cohen is enough to say, because one thing when we owe this duty to speak, we also have to have a fortitude of silence not to speak too much. Because if you speak too much, you will strike at the very foundation of institution which gives at least some succor to we the people of India. So your fortitude merits your presence here, Gopal. And lastly, Mr. Usgaonkar, he belongs to generation, and especially coming from a state in Goa, where after liberation of Goa and formation of the justice system, a bench of the High Court of Bombay High Court, and still continuation of the local laws, it was only Colossus striving like him who could hold and bind all things together, despite not having, in classical sense, a degree of law, which a pleader or advocate required to practice. And by rising to become the Additional Solicitor General of India, you brought that tiny state or a union territory at that time in the portals of the Supreme Court and its center stage. Portuguese civil code, if anybody has mastered, or even the judges, when they want to know what is the interpretation of a provision, even if he is associated with the case or not, he is the last word. Then where will all of us be? How we will come into being even as professionals, unless until we have the benefit of the wisdom, guidance of law teachers and professors like Dr. M.C. Sharma. Delhi University owes its standing in the global rank of universities because of a very few individuals like Professor Sharma. And that is the thing. All our flaws and shortcomings get peppered over because this country has been able to consistently throw up stalwarts who are incomparable anywhere in the world. It's a boon, but at the same time, this makes us complacent. But Professor Sharma, the way you have created the generation of lawyers and legal scholars who sit up to the hollow portals of Supreme Court as judges, we owe our eternal gratitude to you. And in fact, on this Lawyers' Day, we honor the legal profession by honoring you. Thank you very much.
I also recognize the presence of Mr. Darshanand Gaud, our Joint General Secretary. Please come here. Yeah, please come. Friends, our Bar Association of India has been there, as you know, since 1960. That is the apex body of the legal profession, voluntary body, and we have our representation throughout the country. It is a matter of great pride and honor for us that our office bearers, they do not belong only to Delhi or the northern region. I think they come from all over the country and they embellish, you see, the work, the performance, and what we try to do in the Bar Association of India, what we have inherited from right from Mr. Setalwad's time, you see, then going down, and Mr. Nariman, Mr. Anil Diwan, Mr. Shankar Das. We try to carry on the good work done. And we institutionalize this Lawyers of India Day. From next year, we propose to have this Lawyers of India Day celebrated all over the country by our state secretariats, by the state office bearers throughout the country, so that the role of lawyers, the role of the legal profession should be known and celebrated in a manner which is befitting this great profession. You have heard Mr. Prashant Kumar describe about the achievements. So we are very grateful to all of you that you have accepted our request to be here today so that we could recognize your achievements and make our future generation of lawyers aware of as to what they should be following. You are the role models for the law students, for the young lawyers, and even for people like us, you see, you will always remain like that. The time has come now for the presentation of the awards. So I request our three honorable guests of honors, Honorable Justice A.P. Shah, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, and Mr. Fali S. Nariman, to please go down. And Yakesh, in that alphabetical manner, you keep on announcing.
Yes.
I'll hold this. The first awardee this evening is Mr. B.V. Acharya. Welcome, sir. B.V. Acharya. The next in the list is Mr. N.K. Anand. Next is Mr. Murli Bhandari. Sir. हाँ उज्जवल राणा.
Today, on this day, it is also the full moon day. Hope you share my wishes that the moon shines on India and India becomes, we the people of India, become the most shining nation in the world.
Beautiful.
Because we are colleagues in college.
Next awardee is Mr. Iqbal Chagla. I'll request Mr. Ujjwal Rana to come and receive the award on his behalf. Ujjwal, wait. Just wait. Yeah, next. Next is Ms. Nilay Ananda Datta, please. Come on. Come, sir. मालूम Triveni, stand there. You stand there. Udhar hi ruk. You stay there only. You.
He has also been a BCCI umpire.
The next awardee is Mr. Narayan Goptu. I'll request Mr. Tarachan Sharma to come and receive the award on his behalf. Next awardee is Mr. Aran Jhunjhunwala. Please come, sir. Sir, the next awardee is